What's going on, everybody? Thank you for checking me out. I go by Philly Foothills, and if you don't know me yet, thank you for joining me. Like I said, I go by Philly Foothills because I reside in the foothills of Northern California, which is about 30 minutes east of Sacramento, California. Um, Today, we're going to talk about yeah, like I'm happy to say this. Um, the reasons why I think Doug Peterson should be dismissed from his position as head coach of the Philadelphia Eagles. Um, for one, the first one on my list is that this team is by far the biggest disappointment of any other team in the National Football League this year, and we're an embarrassing laughing stock. So it's not good, and I really think that Doug needs to go. Another reason, for in my opinion, another reason I think Doug should be fired is he obviously refuses. He obviously refused to hire an offensive coordinator this year, which dramatically had an effect on Carson Wentz and this team. And now he's talking about handing over some of the play calling duties. Well, it's probably too little too late, Doug. I don't know. It's funny to me that I seen a stat earlier that it was from 2015, and it said that the Chiefs went on I believe it was a 5-game losing streak, and Andy Reid handed over play calling duties to Doug Peterson, and they went on, I believe, an 11-game winning streak, which obviously shows growth and maturity in a head coach who Andy Reid is. Doug Peterson is not. Doug Peterson, Phil Billies, is a high school coach in the NFL with his offense and his inability to adapt and to, I mean, if I was Doug, I would have went back to the video. I don't care if it's my playbook or not. I don't care whose playbook it is. I would have went back to 2017 video and pulled some plays, that worked extremely well for Carson Wentz and installed those into the offense. I don't care if they're complex or not. If the receivers can run halfway decent routes, then they should be able to understand more complex offenses. It's kind of plain and simple when it comes to things like that. So, but anyways, obviously the team has committed heavily towards Carson Wentz with the big contract. So we're pretty much stuck with him, good or bad, for the next couple of years, probably at least. So, in that regards, Wentz does not fit into Doug Peterson's offense. It's like a square peg trying to go into a round hole. It's never going to work. It doesn't fit. Doug Peterson needs a dink and dunk passer. I looked at the numbers, and since the Super Bowl victory, our Philadelphia Eagles are 22, 22, and 1. 22, 22, 1 Philbillies. Let that number kind of sink in. Is that a number that a head coach, whether he won a Super Bowl or not for the first time in a city, should be keeping his job going forward? I don't know. I lean towards the no. I lean towards the no. In my opinion, Frank Reich was the mastermind behind the great 2017 season and Wentz's damn near MVP year. And then Frank was smart enough to adapt the offense to fit Foles once Wentz went down, and especially in the playoffs, with those read option plays and quick passes, things like that, and things just clicked. So, and another thing is Doug is not good at hiring coaches. He's just not. I mean, the coaching staff's freaking terrible. He's not good at hiring coaches. The best coach on this coaching staff right now is Deuce freaking Staley, and he's not even a hire of Doug Peterson. He was inherited by he was already on the staff prior to Doug Peterson being the head coach of the Philadelphia Eagles. He was inherited that way. He wasn't a Doug Peterson hire. So I think Doug Peterson's terrible at hiring coaches, and our coaching staff speaks for that. I don't think he really is. He's really not a very good coach as far as developing quarterbacks either. I honestly don't think that Mahomes would do very well in this offense with this team right now. I don't think he would. I don't think Patrick Mahomes would do very well in this offense. So, yeah. And the reason why I say that is, like I've been saying, it's Doug Peterson's offense is just way too plain, and it's just way too basic. So, and with the weak offensive line and the lack of running game and the receivers dropping balls, things like that, I mean, I don't think any quarterback would succeed with this team right now. I don't think so. I don't know. I don't know if there's a quarterback out there that could. Let me know what you think in the comments, guys, about all this. I would love to hear some feedback. Not getting a whole lot of comments on my videos, but I did get a comment yesterday, and I do appreciate that from, I believe it was Philly Sports Talk. So shout out to Philly Sports Talk for checking out my video. I appreciate that. And my last note I have here is that I believe he totally failed Carson because in my opinion, I think he had a say in drafting Jalen Hurts. And he wasn't man enough to speak up to Howie and say, don't do that because it's going to mess with Carson mentally. So I think he really let Carson down in that way. So, like I said, those are, but it is what it is, man. I mean, I honestly hope that they get rid of him after this year. But they'll probably have him hire an offensive coordinator and give him another year. That's probably what's going to happen, more than likely. I don't know. He could maybe he'll get fired before the end of the year. You never know. Crazier things have happened. But like I said, let me know what you think in the comments. And if you've already liked and subscribed, thank you so very much. I appreciate it. If you haven't already, please hit that like button and hit that subscribe button and help me build my channel. I love talking Eagles talk. And I really appreciate all you viewers out there. So, Philbillies, until next time, Stay mean, stay green, and thanks for viewing me on your screen. Peace!